Alright, bro. Look, for a very, very long time, I thought that I could not be a man. It's the honest truth. I thought because, I'm 5'8", Indian, that I could not be a man. And this was back when I was younger. So I didn't have the mental frame and the mental model, and I wasn't the man that I am today back then. Oh, far from it. But I will say this. As I got older, I started to realize, whoa, you don't need to be this 6'7", thick, muscular, stocky build guy to be a man. Far from it. Far from it. Because it doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter if you're brown, white, yellow, tan, whatever. It doesn't matter what color, skin color you are. And it doesn't matter how tall you are. Because being a man is characterized, yeah, sure, on your body, right? But we can all control our body. But it's characterized on who you are, who you're becoming, what you do, how you think. And we all have control of that. We do. So I'm going to teach you the fundamentals of truly being a man that's about it as well. Because the sad reality of this world is, right, there's a direction. Most men are going here, right? This is most men. And this might be you right now, bro. And then there's another direction where men like me are going. And there's a lot of men like me in this earth, but you might not be around them. This is you. A man that's weak, that's lazy, afraid, and everything few and far between of what it means to be a weak man in this day and age. Addicted to porn, video games, just a bum, right? Just a bum. And then there's men that are, let's say, go-getters. There are men that are strong. There are men that are risk-taking. And everything few and far between. Most men, I would say 90% of young men especially, are going down this route. And it's kind of been just kind of conditioned for us. Look at the world we live in. Look at the time. It's pathetic. It's pathetic that we are losing to so many things, right, bro? Most weak men are losing to the most simplest things. Your computer screen. Porn. You're losing to video games and sugar and people's opinions and this and that. But I'll tell you, there's a small minute of men too that are taking this route. And I'm going to teach you how to become that man. Because, like I said, you have control of who you become. You can either choose to be a man, or you can either choose to be this docile, afraid, weak boy, guy, dude. And we don't want that. Now, you'll see a lot of advice on YouTube on how to be a man and this and that, right? Trust me, this comes true and dear to me. So the advice I'm giving you will hit home for you as well, because I felt what it feels like to not think that, I could be a man. I thought that. I really, really did. The first thing, and I love this one, and I really do think that this is the most important. They're all equally as important, but I put this one for number one for a reason, right? Is keeping your word. This is huge. Keeping your word. Because most men are not a man of their word. Most young guys, I should say, right? Because your word is your bond. And it's your bond to two things. It's your bond to the world. But most importantly, it's your bond to yourself. Because I will say this. Being a man is characterized on saying that you're going to do something and you do it. It's the harsh reality of this world that so many men, I'll start the gym next week, never get around to it. I'll call that person, never get around to it. I'll do this, never get around to it. I'll do this, I'm too tired, my body hurts, this and that. It's the honest truth, right? I want you to understand that when you say something out loud, or you even say it to yourself, you must act upon it, right? If you say you're going to start getting your life together, you get your life together. If you say you're going to start going to the gym, you're going to go to the gym. If you say you're going to work for 4 hours, you're going to work for 4 hours. If you say you're going to be a better person, you're going to be a better person. Every single time, right? And this is a huge thing. Every single time, let's say that this is you right now, bro. And you say to yourself, or you say to the world, right, that you're going to do something. And you don't do it, right? You don't. You don't follow through with it. You know what happens? It's the worst thing that could happen, is that you truly start feeling as though intrinsically within yourself that you are not a man that's about it, you are not a man of his word. And what that does is one of the worst things that could ever happen, right? The more you start to not trust yourself, this is what happens. You create this endless cycle. And what happens in this cycle is that you start watching porn again. You start doing drugs. You start being lazy. Because, I can't do it. I keep saying to myself, I'm going to do something. I can't do it. And then you keep going back to these vices that ultimately ruin you. And this takes you just back to square one. And it's this endless cycle. And you're always going on this downwards trajectory. And you don't want that. The more you stand by your word, you're going to be on this upwards trajectory, building the life and cultivating the things that you want. You don't stick by your word. Not only do people not like you, because you're probably one of those people that just lie and just say, I'm going to do something, but you never do. You ruin your life. You just absolutely ruin your life. You feel it inside. There's no self-respect. There's no self-confidence. There's nothing. So be a man that sticks true to his word, and you do what you are supposed to do regardless of how you feel. Understand that. That's so important. I hate people that say one thing and go do another. It's a joke. Don't be that man. Do not be that man. So that's the first thing, bro. Keeping your word. Now the second thing is very important. And everything that we are talking about, right, is the issues that we are dealing with as a generation and as a society of men at the moment. Emotional control. This is huge. See, look, I'm not saying as a man that you cannot feel things. I'm not saying as a man that, sometimes you cannot cry, or when something goes wrong that you cannot, feel those emotions and be in your feelings. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that for majority of men, maybe like you, bro, you just become sissies in how you handle yourself. Anything that happens, right? You lose your temper. You lose your temper. You chuck a hissy fit. You become so weak-willed that you become more and more lazy. You have no emotional control. If you want to be a man, a diligent man, then you must learn what it means to be a stoic, emotionally controlled man. And that is not acting upon how you feel, rather than just doing what you are supposed to do regardless of what is going on. Because that's the only way. This world, no one will tell you this, is hard. It's very hard. And there's going to be 1,000,001 things, right? Here's you again, right? There is going to be 1,000,001 things that boom, 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 hit you from all different areas, right? And what happens if one thing breaks you? Well, you're going to go down that downward spiral again, right? What happens if everything hits you? It's going to be game over for you. But what happens to a man that can control his emotions, that can keep moving forward? What's the best next move? How do I fix this? How do I win? How do I get over this? A man that can do that can have that emotional stability, that's a man that wins in life. That's a man that gets what he wants, and that's a man that's honestly proud of himself and people respect. Because like I said, this world is truly, truly difficult. And you must learn to practice, okay, this is happening, I must just stay true to this. This happened, I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm going to keep doing the work that I'm supposed to do. I've got these cards handed to me, I'm going to keep doing what I'm supposed to do, right? You can have good vices as well. And this is what we're going to kind of speak about in the next point. But look, as a man, there's really only like a couple of vices that will truly help you. And it's going to be like a 2-for-1. Most men, and we're going to touch on this in the next point, but most men have unhealthy vices. Where a man, especially masculine men, real men, have very good, healthy vices that kind of taps into their intrinsic side as well. So if you're ever dealing with something that's truly, it's breaking you, it's hurting you, you're overly stressed, you're feeling that pressure, you know what you go do? You go to the gym. You start fighting. You start getting into physical shape. You start sprinting, doing high intensity work. You start tapping into yourself by meditating and journaling and writing out how you feel. Yeah, that doesn't sound very masculine, right? But it helps you. Your body is your home. Really understand that. So if you have a healthy vice of learning how to fight, of building up your body, well, you're going to get a 2-for-1, right? You're going to get your aggression out, you're going to get your emotions out, and then you're also going to build up a masculine, real man's body. And that's powerful, bro. But most men, right? They'll sit at home, they'll do whatever they do. Waste time, crack open a beer, smoke a joint, just do all this dumb stuff. No. Whatever happens, figure out the best next move, take it on the chin, keep moving forward, go to the gym, learn a fight, get into good physical health, and watch your life tenfold. Life's hard, bro. Life is truly hard. So, That was the second thing. The third thing is now this is huge. I want you to address your vices. And no one speaks about this, right? But most men have very, very unhealthy vices, right? Most vices are porn, most vices are drugs, most vices are lazy, most vices are sugar, most vices are just being an utter bum and living a life of a degenerate. And that's your vice. You had a long week at work, or you and your girlfriend are having a real bad time in your relationship, this and that. So, let me go do some drugs. Let me go drinking. It's Friday. Let me crack open a beer with the boys, right? I'm not saying that you can't go have a little fun every now and then, right? But I'm saying that your vices as a man, they worsen you. They worsen you. See, what I tapped into in the second point was you need to have healthy vices. So you need to quit all these things, right? Because this is not only damaging your soul and your masculinity and just damaging your whole life, right? Games and sugar and drugs and porn and all this stuff. But you need to swap all these out for, honestly, good vices. That's it. Good vices. And I say this to every man that I speak to. I say this all the time. You need to live your life congruent of a mission, and you need to live your life congruent of having all your habits be the best habits that they can be. If something starts to think, it's denigrating you, it's putting you down, like if you think, one drink on the weekend, that's okay, or one joint, or 1 hour of video games, or, just whatever, it will reap into your soul. And you'll feel that. And you'll feel as that, this isn't good. I'm not living up to my core self, my true self. So your whole life should be instilled with just good masculine habits, vices, and you'll see that compound into your life, into the man that you want to be. But anything, right? And this is where so many of you boys get, this is too much for me. I truly say this, when you're in the building years of your life to become a real man, right? You shouldn't have any type of negative vices. Really, I mean that, right? You could be working very, very, very hard. But one thing, right? You worked hard all week. You're on your self-improvement, on your job, on your uni work. But then, the weekend comes through and you go out clubbing or drinking, partying, doing drugs. It ruins you. Everything kind of goes away. So you lost everything. Real men that are about it, real successful men as well, they don't understand what a work-life balance is and all this. All they know is just work, be the best man that they can be, win, 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 win. I say that this should be your mentality right now because you aren't built. And in the future, right? In the future, I'm not saying, like I said before, you can't have a little bit of fun. But in the building years, it's got to be head down, be the best man you can be, no unhealthy vices, no bad habits, just win, win, win. Have these good vices instilled in you and watch your life tenfold, bro. Watch it. I know that's insane, but you aren't strong enough right now to have 1 or 2, nights out with the boys and, have 1 or 2 joints or a couple hours playing video. You're not strong enough. You're not. Build yourself up first and then go have a little bit of fun later. If you do it the other way around, game over. The fourth thing is, this is huge. Integrity plus responsibility. And there's something I want to speak about with this, bro. Right? Integrity, you need to have clear honor, clear principles, and clear values for your life, right? You do. Absolutely. You need to be a man of honor. And what a man of honor is that you have these values and these morals and you think, okay, I'm going to live my life righteous to these. You see this, right? You never see a man that's truly about it, a real man, and his values are so low that he takes all these things, right? He accepts being a bum. He accepts being lazy. He accepts doing drugs, accepts being unproductive. No, a real man has morals that he's going to focus on this. He's going to not do this. He's not going to waste his time there. He's going to put his time here. He's not going to hang out with those people because they're bad for him. A man has true values and principles for his life and does not let anyone get inside of his values, his parameters. With this, bro, is responsibility. Responsibility is huge. You only have this one life, right? And understand that with your life, No one can get what you want for your life. I can't do it, your family can't do it, your friends can't do it but you. So you need to start taking real responsibility for your life, for what you do, for what you say, your choices, your actions, everything. Because once you start to frame your life is actually yours. And so many of you boys, and I did this for a long time too, you literally live your life vicariously through other people. My friends are doing this, so I'll go do this. My girlfriend wants me to do this, so I'll just follow her lead. My family or parents want me to do this, so I'll go do what they do. You're not even living your life to your own accord. So understand that, bro, and realize that, whoa, okay, you're a young man. You're probably 20, 25, 30. Watching this and thinking, whoa, okay, yeah, he's right. I need to start living my life as my own life, on my own accordance, with integrity, with clear values, clear principles. Be a man of honor, of virtue. With this, right, you've instilled these core habits, you've become responsible for your own life, everything's on you. Good job if things are going well, and take accountability for things going wrong. It's on you, right? With this, though, I truly believe that there are personality traits that we must have and instilled in us. So listen to this, bro, right? I truly believe, as a man, you need to be, I love this, you need to be a savage. You need to be courageous. You need to take risks. Leave it at that. There's a few more things, but you need to embody these things, right? I truly believe that every man inside him should be a savage. You need to be a savage, and you need to understand that you will not take no for an answer from yourself, from the world, that you will take and do the things that scare you. You need to be a man that runs towards his fears. You need to take risks. You need to do all these things, right? You need to be that man that's ruthless, that has that aggression in him, because that's the men that truly win, right? That, like I said, don't take no for an answer, run towards things that scare them. You need to embody this inside of you. And you need to start walking around every single day as you are the man. You're strong, courageous, no one can mess with me, right? You start walking with some purpose. Start building your body up of a man. Get stronger, because with a strong body comes a strong mind. With a strong mind comes confidence, comes true, I can do anything I set my mind to. That when you start building up that real masculine confidence, the world becomes limitless, because you don't take no for an answer. You trust your own ability because you've become responsible for your own life. And watch that. You never see a man that's successful, let me ask him if I can do this. Let me try get this person to do this for me. Like, it doesn't work like that. You take accountability and you run towards anything and everything that you want, and you go and get it. But with this, right, people can misconstrue this. They well, he's toxic. He's a toxic man. Stay away from him. Whilst you take risks, whilst you become a savage, whilst you become a courageous man, a strong man, this never interferes with being nice, with being courteous, with being grateful, with being a good man, a good citizen of society. Never comes with it, right? But we all should have these monsters inside of us. An absolute masculine, real man monster, right? But it should be controlled. And it should be projected into things that level us up, right? That build us, that we want. But to the world, right? It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. But to the world, we're nice, grateful. We open the door for an old lady. We help her with her groceries. We give that homeless man some money. We do everything nice. We're not pigs. And we're not those degenerate guys that think that they're real men, acting a fool and acting tough. They're not men. Real men are genuinely kind, help the world, service the world, are good citizens of society. But hey, when push comes to shove, when it comes to being a man that has to get what he wants, whoa, they're beasts. They're monsters. And that's what you gotta be, bro. I'm telling you. There is no room in this world for men that do not have these embodiments in them. There's no room for it, because you'll be hunted down and you'll be run over by men like myself, and men that have the same embodiments of me, that are courageous, strong, aggressive. It's the truth. That are ruthless. So really understand this, bro. And the last point, well, we all know this, and you've heard me speak about this in all of my videos, and it's the truth. And there's going to be a link in the description for you to go watch a video. Your mission. We don't need to spend too long on this because you've heard me say this before, but if anyone is new to this video, your mission is exactly what you need to be on. A man without a mission, a man without a purpose is literally a man like a feather in the wind. A man that's caught in a drift. A man with no direction. A mission in your life is what comes true to you, and you align your life to your mission. Mission, you can simply put it as what you want for your life, right? What is it? What's your mission? But how does your mission service the world? Because I'll say this to you right now, bro. If your mission is just truly in alignment of fitting societal norms. I want to be a celebrity. I want to be, I have 1 million followers on TikTok or whatever, bro. I want to be a billionaire, right? You're going to burn out. You want to sleep with all this amount of girls. You're never going to have that true fulfillment because you don't get fulfillment from those things anyway, right? It's all fake fulfillment. But you will never truly be able to get what you want because, well, you're not living true to your mission. We all have a mission. We've all come to this earth to service it somehow. I'm not saying that you can't make money. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you cannot attract beautiful women. But I'm saying that those are a byproduct of you being on your mission. Mission is your clear goals. It's where you want your life to be. It's the life that you want to cultivate for yourself. Link in the description. It's a great video that will honestly help you. You want to figure out your mission? Go watch that video. But without your mission, I'll tell you what, bro. It's going to be an endless cycle of you going back to your old ways, not being a man of your word, being unproductive, lazy, being a man that, well, you couldn't even call yourself a man. I truly say that. Love you, bro.